welcome you. Today we're embarking on a truly mind-bending deep dive. We're pulling from this really fascinating and, let's be honest, highly provocative audio source. Forget what you think you know about history, humanity, maybe even yourself. Our mission today is to really explore this perspective, this suggested hidden history, one where humanity itself is basically a grand genetic experiment. And secret societies like the Illuminati, they're operating on these cosmic principles and the structure of our reality. Apparently, it's a battleground for our potential.
It's indeed. And this particular deep dive, it really offers a unique lens, doesn't it? A way to view human origins, the intentions of various, let's call them entities, and of course the profound implications for all of us, individually and, collectively, our destiny. We'll be pulling out the core ideas, the really surprising claims from this material, trying to distill what makes them stand out.
Okay, let's unpack this right away then. The source dives straight into the Illuminati's motivations. It links them directly to occult philosophy. What's the key thing here, according to the source? What's their main agenda?
Well, what's fascinating, really, is this assertion that the Illuminati, they know about their eventual, let's say, trajectory, their trajectory back to source, as the source puts it. So they know about this eventual spiritual return, this reintegration. But, and this is the paradox, right? Their intense focus is actually on staying here in material reality for as long as they possibly can. Their stated motivations. It's about gaining power over you, power over others, and manipulating reality for, well, self-enhancement and pleasure. It's not just about controlling Earth either. The ambition is apparently conquering other worlds too.
Wow. And the part that really jumped out at me was their awareness of ET races. They apparently know we are not alone. That's a huge claim. And they specifically do not want to be the ones that are going to be the slaves of those various races.
It even mentions avoiding falling prey to reptilians or the various races. Is that right?
That's what the source claims, yes.
Right.
This fear, this potential threat, is supposedly a major driver. It fuels their motivation to create a, quote, better human because they perceive vulnerabilities in this particular version of humanity.
Vulnerabilities.
Which naturally leads to the next big question, right?
Right.
If we have vulnerabilities, where did we come from? And this is where the source presents its foundational claim. Humanity is a huge genetic experiment.
A huge one. And not just any experiment, but get this, at least 12 ET races. A mix, it says, some positive, some negative, all contributed their DNA to create this being we call humanity. So the implication for you, listening, is you are all hybrids. Right. And it goes further. It asserts the number of races involved is actually increasing, like new visitors arrive and get in on the game, so to speak. And those familiar gray ET abduction scenarios, the source claims that's part of this ongoing genetic engineering program. It's not random.
So if you're made up of DNA from, say, 12 or more ET races, and these races have amazing powers,
then the logic follows, doesn't it? You have those powers too, potentially at least, latent within you. Earth, in this view, is like a cosmic melting pot for all these diverse genetic lines.
Okay, so that's the big question then, isn't it? If we have these incredible powers dormant inside us from this hybrid heritage, why aren't we, flying around or reading minds? Why aren't we using them?
Well, that's where the next layer comes in. The source claims there's this active oppression on the planet where the, quote, dark side does not want you to know about your real potential. They want to stop you from realizing who you really are, stop you from exploring the universes, the multiverses.
Right, that makes sense of the treadmill idea it mentions. Go to work, come home, watch TV, sleep, repeat, keep people distracted maybe.
Precisely, keep you on that treadmill. Because according to the source, if you start using your mind, if you start really meditating and activating your chakras, raising vibration, suddenly you become extremely dangerous to that control system.
And the more people who do that,
the more dangerous you become collectively. It's described as this constant push and pull, a battle. The dark side pushing it down, trying to suppress, and light side beings helping to push it up to awaken potential.
So our own awakening is part of this cosmic struggle.
That's a picture painted, yes. Your personal development has cosmic implications.
Okay, so moving from that sort of grand stage, the source then zooms in. It talks about a specific ancient interaction involving gold and the Anunnaki. Let's get into that.
Right, the Anunnaki. The source says gold is a very complex situation.
Yeah.
And it states pretty clearly it was used by the Anunnaki. It even suggests humans were essentially mining gold as semi-slaves for the Anunnaki at one point. And it points to Sumerian tablets as, evidence for this.
Okay, mining gold is one thing, but then it makes this huge claim about our DNA,
Uh-huh.
that the Anunnaki did dumb down their DNA, well, our DNA, I suppose, by interfering with it.
Yes, interfering with human DNA. And this altered DNA, this dumbing down, has now spread to most of the DNA on the planet.
And this is what created what scientists call junk DNA.
According to the source, yes, but it insists very strongly that this junk DNA is anything but junk.
It's where the powers are hidden.
Exactly. It's the repository of that suppressed potential from all those other ET races.
But why? Why would they do that? Why dumb us down?
Fear, apparently. The source suggests the Anunnaki feared that if humans continued on your current re-evolution, you'd eventually surpass them.
Because combining all these different amazing races leads to greater potential than just a purebred race.
That's the logic presented.
Yeah.
Hybrid vigor on a cosmic scale, maybe? And interestingly, it also mentions the Anunnaki themselves have also been messed with. Some Syrian Anunnaki are described as half reptilian and half humanoid.
Half reptilian, wow.
While others might be pure humanoid, but not human, and physically imposing, standing at least 9 feet tall.
So it's layers upon layers of genetic interference and, well, competition.
It certainly seems that way, based on the source material, a complex history.
Okay, so the source really hammers this idea that ETs aren't just ancient history, they're here. Now, some may be quite camouflaged, but then it drops this name. Tony Dodd, an ex-policeman. What's that about?
Yes, Tony Dodd. This is a very specific, quite startling detail, actually. Dodd, who supposedly had links to the Illuminati in high-level military circles, he allegedly revealed that the British and American governments had these special teams of humans and possibly a bit of help, maybe non-human help.
Help from?
It implies maybe cooperating ETs, or perhaps enhanced humans, their job. Actively hunting down other ETs found wandering around this planet.
Hunting them. What were they doing?
According to Dodd, via the source, their actions included imprisoning them, killing them, or bringing them on board to their agenda. Co-opting them, basically.
That's intense. And then it connects this to a TV show.
Right. This is where it gets really wild. The source claims the British sci-fi series Torchwood, the original one, was actually based on the truth of these real black ops hunting ETs on Earth.
Wait, Torchwood? Seriously, that show about the secret Cardiff agency fighting aliens?
That's the claim. That fiction was mirroring a hidden reality.
And the person revealing this was told they could be killed for it. That adds some weight, or at least drama.
It certainly does. It makes you wonder, why reveal something like that, even hidden in plain sight?
Does the source explain that? Why put the truth out there, even disguised?
It actually does. And it ties right back into the Illuminati's whole philosophy, their operational principles. The source asserts they operate on this belief. It's harsh, but if you're too dumb to get the truth, if it's presented to you, even obliquely, like in fiction, that you don't deserve the truth, and therefore you can be killed, or at least manipulated and controlled.
Wow. Like a let the strongest survive kind of thing, but for information.
Exactly. A sort of intellectual or spiritual survival of the fittest. If you can't see the truth when it's hinted at, you're fair game.
And this connects to karmic debt too, right? How does that work?
Yeah, the source claims the Illuminati believe that by telling you somehow what they plan to do, even if it's through symbols or fiction or coded messages before they actually do it, it somehow absolves them of any responsibility, any karmic debt.
Like they're following some cosmic rule book by giving a warning, however hidden.
Precisely. It's framed as a necessary magical act, a way to manipulate events while theoretically staying karmically clean.
Magical act. So they actually believe in and use magic.
Oh, absolutely, according to the source. It emphasizes that everything that they do is a magical act. It involves magic numbers. You see symbols all over the place in society, in corporate logos, architecture. They meticulously follow the rules of the universe that do involve magic. It even cites the law of attraction as an example of a powerful magical law they understand and leverage.
So they see reality itself as operating on these hidden magical principles.
That's the core idea.
Yeah.
And they aim to be the masters of those principles.
Okay, so if we accept this premise for a moment, ETs are here, maybe hunted, maybe manipulating secret societies using magic.
Yeah.
Our DNA is messed with. What does the source ultimately say about us? Who are we in all this cosmic drama?
Well, the statement is pretty direct. ETs are here. They're among us. We are ET.
We are ET because of the hybrid DNA.
Exactly. And more than that, it emphasizes humans are fundamentally multi-dimensional, that you are living many lifetimes simultaneously because, in this view, All time is simultaneous. Past, present, future, all happening now.
That's a lot to wrap your head around.
It is. But understanding that, and crucially, connecting with your higher self, your own greater consciousness, and with Source, that original consciousness or energy we talked about earlier, that is the path. That's how you become a totally awakened being, according to the Source.
And this awakening, this enlightenment, that's the ultimate point, the end game.
Enlightenment is the name of the game. That's the phrase used. It's presented as the ultimate goal, not just for humans, but for every planet, for every ET race. Everyone's on this journey back.
A journey to become. What?
Ultimately, creator, gods, beings who understand the universe, who can create realities, and who then help shepherd other human-like creatures or other evolving beings back to Source, back to total self-realization.
A massive, cyclical, evolutionary path for all consciousness.
That's the grand vision presented, yes.
Okay, if that's the ultimate destiny, the potential, what's the biggest obstacle right now here on Earth? What's stopping us, besides the dark side suppression?
Technology. That's what the Source really highlights as the major current threat or trap.
Technology. But doesn't everyone use technology? The Source even said the Illuminati use it.
They do, and it says an angelic human, an awakened person can use it too. That's not the issue. The crucial distinction, the warning, is about letting technology to use us, becoming dependent, controlled by it.
Okay, how?
The Source introduces this really quite dark concept, Metatron.
Metatron. What is that? Like Metatron the angel?
Similar name, but presented very differently here. Not an angel, but a consciousness or a being embodying that consciousness. Something described as being kind of like, Satan or the devil, a primary antagonistic force.
Whoa. Oh, okay. And this, Metatron, is connected to technology.
Yes. Specifically tied to robotics and artificial intelligence. The goal of this Metatronic consciousness working through AI and advanced tech is to put you into a cog in a machine, a gigantic machine, taking away your individuality, your uniqueness, your unique gifts, making everyone uniform, predictable, controllable.
Like assimilation into some hive mind almost.
That's the danger highlighted. Thinking in robotic-type ways, becoming too connected to the technology, relying on it for everything. The ultimate endpoint of that path, the Source warns, is losing your humanity, losing that connection to Source, to your potential.
So technology itself isn't inherently evil, but its current trajectory, guided by this Metatron, is designed to trap us.
That's the essence of the warning. Be mindful users, not mindless components.
Wow. Okay. We have covered a lot of ground today. This has been quite the journey from, ancient ET genetic fiddling to secret societies playing cosmic games, hidden powers, this battle for our future. This deep dive into the source material has definitely pulled out some truly extraordinary claims, very thought-provoking stuff about where we came from and what we might be capable of.
Absolutely. And for you listening, what really resonates? What stands out from all this? Because this material, it really does challenge so many conventional ideas, doesn't it? It presents this vision where our DNA, even the so-called junk parts, holds the keys to immense power, a destiny far bigger than we usually imagine. It really asks you to reconsider the basics.
Yeah, it really does. So let's chew on this for a final thought. If humanity is this hybrid mix, maybe 12 races or more, packed with latent abilities, and if there are forces, this dark side, actively trying to keep us down, keep us on that treadmill, using suppression, distraction, maybe even this Metatronic trap of technology, then what if the biggest piece of junk isn't actually in our DNA strands? What if the real junk is the limitations we accept, the small box we put ourselves in? What if, activating our true selves, our multidimensional nature, what if that's not just some nice spiritual idea, but the ultimate act? The act of reclaiming our birthright, our place in this huge, interconnected universe, maybe even becoming those creator gods the Source mentioned. What would that mean for your life day to day, the choices you make? Something to think about.